Hello and welcome. It's a great day to be a Wildcat, isn't it? Yeah. Woo! I'm Deborah Larson, and I'm Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs. On behalf of the trustees of the California State University and the faculty, staff, and students of Chico State, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 commencement of California State University, Chico. In this most unusual time, we have taken every precaution necessary as outlined by our state and county health professionals. While we are seated socially distanced, we may all remove our masks. Graduates, please put your mask back on when you rise to cross the stage. You will be told when you may remove your mask before you cross the stage. We begin the ceremony with an acknowledgement that we are mindful that Chico State stands on the lands that were originally occupied by the first people of the area, the Mechoopda. And we recognize their distinctive spiritual relationship with this land and the waters that run through campus. We are humbled that our campus resides upon sacred lands that once sustained the Mechoopda people for centuries. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Nicole Stanley, majoring in musical theater, who will sing our national anthem. Please rise. Thank you, Nicole. Please be seated. It is now my great honor to introduce the president of our university, Dr. Gail Hutchinson. In her years here at Chico State, first as faculty, chair, and dean, and now as our president for nearly 5 years, President Hutchinson has shown consistent support for our undergraduate and graduate students. President Hutchinson, we appreciate you and all that you do to welcome, embrace, engage, and encourage our students. Thank you.
Good morning. Greetings, graduates. Welcome to family and friends who are actually joining the celebration today virtually. Today we gather to celebrate the achievements of our persistent and extraordinary class of 2021. as they take their place, as you take their place in the distinguished company of university-educated scholars. Their resilience and the perseverance under the most difficult of circumstances serves as a source of inspiration for myself and for the entire Chico State community. Before I begin my remarks, I'd like to introduce the platform party. To my right, Dr. Deborah Larson, who is Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs. Next to her is Dr. Betsy Boyd, Chair of the Academic Senate, and she is faculty in the College of Agriculture. In the second row, Dr. Angela Trethaway, Dean of the College of Communication and Education. And Dr. Blake Wentz, Dean of the College of Engineering, Computer Science, and Construction Management. And here to your right is an extraordinary student and graduate of civil engineering. Please welcome Jordan Beach. Okay, class of 2021, are you ready? Are you ready? Louder. What? Graduates, we're here to celebrate you and all that you have achieved over the course of your studies. Many of you have dreamed of this moment for a long time, and you've not traveled this path alone. Your parents, guardians, significant others, family members, friends, supported your journey. They saw great qualities in you, as we do, and they've helped you achieve your dreams. So let's take a moment, let's thank them with a wave, a salute, a cheer of gratitude. They too share in this moment a recognition of the years you have devoted to education. So please now, let's give a cheer to our family and friends out there. Outstanding. It is my hope that you will take the education you received at Chico State and continue to live our time-honored values. Be an independent thinker. Be an engaged citizen. Develop your own views and voice based on your education, and use that voice and those views to positively impact the world around you. You know, this doesn't mean that you'll have all the answers. I know you understand how important it is to acknowledge differences of opinion and learn to work across the divide, to discover new ways of being, of living, and of thinking. This is an inclusive attitude and is certainly something that has been a part of your undergraduate studies here at Chico State. Because Chico State embraces diversity, and we work hard to create community and a sense of connectedness. We are proud of our culture of caring and a sense of place this instills in all of you, our graduates. We are the Wildcat family. During your time with us, it is my hope that you have learned to speak courageously and confidently, take risks, admit when you're wrong, but actually dare to fail. For it is through failure where we learn, and we learn to solve problems so that next time we succeed. Graduates, you are acutely aware that you are entering the world at a time of deep uncertainty and anxiety. But one thing is for sure, one thing is constant, and that is change. There are great challenges and great prospects for your generation. Like, how do we mitigate and prevent catastrophic events like the Camp Fire or other historic fires? How do we respond to a global pandemic? How do we respond to the progress and collective will of a nation that demands racial justice and equality? How do we feed a population expected to grow to more than 10 billion in decades ahead? And what steps can we take to live more sustainable lives for a more resilient future? The pandemic has shown us that we are all connected and vulnerable in more ways than perhaps we've imagined. How we respond to adversity truly matters, and lives depend on it. I want to share a quote with you this morning by National Youth Poet Laureate Amanda Gorman. From her piece, The Miracle of Mourning. While we might feel small, separate, and all alone, our people have never been more closely tethered. The question isn't if we will weather this unknown, but how we will weather this unknown together. Graduates, your skills, your wisdom, your values, and experiences are needed in today's world more than ever. Through your academic journey in search of knowledge, you've been tested, and you've learned that you are resilient and that you have been challenged and sharpened your ability to think critically and make informed decisions. And above all, you have succeeded. And now you realize that you are strong, wise, and ready. Let's be clear, graduates. The future and reality we face today is not the reality we lived when you first started classes here at Chico State. Life has changed for all of us, and you have the distinction of graduating at a pivotal moment in history. What happens next? What decisions will you make? Your education and your beliefs are foundational, and now you build on top of a very carefully layered foundation. There has never been a more important time in the world to make a difference, and that time is yours. Graduates, when we're finished today, you will hold in your hand the key to a future that may have seemed unreachable not so long ago. You will be joining the ranks of more than 172,390, and yes, I count every single one, who are graduates of Chico State, the second oldest and most innovative campus in the country's largest public university system, the California State University. Graduate, the world is yours to make better. A college degree equips you to respond to changes in yourself and the world around us that inevitably will take place over time. So today, take pride in your accomplishments. We are immensely proud of you, all you have done, and even more. We look forward to see what you will do when you leave us. It is now my highest honor to introduce to you Dr. Elizabeth Betsy Boyd, Professor of Agriculture and Chair of the Academic Senate. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, President Hutchinson. Well, good morning, graduates. My name is Betsy Boyd, and I serve as the chair of the Academic Senate. But what does that mean? It means that in this role, I come to you and speak to you with the honor of, and on behalf of the faculty, staff, students, and administrative representatives of the entire university. However, as a faculty member and a first-gen graduate, I also speak to you from my heart when I say, congratulations. So, like you, when I found out about a few weeks ago that Chico State was going to hold these in-person ceremonies for commencement this year, I wondered, what could I possibly say that would matter to students who've just lived through some of the greatest challenges in local, national, and worldwide history? It was intimidating, but as a scholar, I sought information, and 3 questions rose to the top of my list. So how did you continue a degree online when many of you maybe never even imagined taking a single online course? And why would you continue to work toward a degree when the world around you seems so uncertain? And what does it really mean to graduate in the middle of a pandemic and great social unrest? To the first question, how did you do it? From my research, I found it took a family of Wildcat professors who rose to the occasion, who made the best to shift to online by developing courses in a new format. It took a Wildcat family of staff who advised, listened, and offered time and solutions to the obstacles that you faced. It also took a Wildcat family of students you were primed for this moment. You already knew all the ways to connect at social distance. And it took one VIP, you, because you could and you did. You found a way to learn, adapt, and persevere. But why? Why did you do it? So research on this showed that it is, in fact, because your education is essential. Because your professors and advisors and friends and family cared and wouldn't let you down. Because you needed to do it for someone, but most of all, you needed to do it for yourself. So what does it mean to earn a diploma at this moment in time? It means you are one in over 45 million bachelor's degrees in the United States since the inception of the degree, and you are one among these millions with a very, very, very special degree that signifies to the world that you looked adversity straight in the eye and responded with courage, knowledge, perseverance, strength, wisdom, generosity, and compassion. It means that you are up for any challenge in life. You are globally prepared, civically minded, resilient, primed for social and climate justice, and most of all, you have become a true Chico State Wildcat. Okay, and now, just for a little personal privilege, as the last professor who will be up here lecturing you for your bachelor's, I'd like to see, just one last time, I'd like to see you all raise your real, not virtual hands and put them together if you are ready to graduate. Congratulations. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you Jordan Beach, candidate for a degree in civil engineering, to provide a graduate's reflection on this most momentous day and moment. Congrats, graduates.
Thank you for that introduction. All right. Wow. Look at all these incredible people sitting before me. Thank you all for honoring me here today. And I would like to congratulate you all on one of the most momentous challenges that we've ever faced. We've done it. Give yourself a round of applause. We've graduated, and it was not easy. And I would like to thank the Chico State faculty, my friends, and my family for all the support along the way. I would not have been able to do it without you all, and I know I do not speak for myself when I say that. And now I would like to pose a question to you all. What is the rarest commodity in the universe? Is it gold? Is it platinum? Diamonds? Antimatter? Well, it's a difficult question to answer, so I'll rephrase it. What is the one commodity that every single one of us has, but also grows less and less every day, and nobody can stop it? Time. Time is something we all have, but cannot keep forever. At first thought, this may seem frightening or intimidating that every day we lose a little bit of our precious time. However, a wise person once told me that there are things in life that we want to accomplish that are important, and there are things in life that we want to accomplish that are urgent. When they first said that, I wasn't entirely sure what they meant by it. I was confused, as some of you may be now, so I'll clarify. For example, something urgent might be something upcoming for work or studying for Friday's midterm. In other words, you have to accomplish said task within a certain amount of time or else. Whereas something that is important might be going to visit your family for the weekend or texting that friend of yours that you lost contact with. The key difference here being that there is no deadline, there is no urgency associated with that task or goal. So now, taking into consideration that every day time continues to pass, regardless of how we spend it, the question becomes, how do I decide between those things that are important and those things that are urgent? Well, if I knew, then I'd be happy to share it with you all. But the truth is, that choice between accomplishing the urgent and accomplishing the important is not so simple. If you live a busy lifestyle, then you can't always choose the urgent task, because then you're neglecting what is important to you. You can't always choose the important task either, because then you wouldn't make any progress towards that promotion or passing that class. In the end, it comes down to a balancing act. Balancing the urgent and the important will remain a part of the rest of our lives, and it won't be easy. With that being said, I encourage you all to make the most of the time you have ahead of you, regardless of how difficult that choice between urgent and important may be. Contemplating that choice and taking action will allow you to make the most of your future success. With everything this graduating class has endured, I have no doubt in my mind that everybody here today will go on to accomplish great things in life. To conclude, I will end with one of my favorite quotes. No amount of money ever bought a second of time. Tony Stark, played by Robert Downey Jr. in Avengers Endgame 2019. Thank you all, and congratulations.
Thank you, Jordan. That was fantastic. Morning, everybody. My name is Dr. Blake Wentz. I am the Dean of the College of Engineering, Computer Science, and Construction Management. President Hutchinson, Provost Larson, it is my profound honor to introduce the candidates for the degrees from the College of Communication, Education, and Liberal Studies, as well as the College of Engineering, Computer Science, and Construction Management. Faculty marshals, please present the candidates for their degrees.
James Reese.
Well done, James.
Andrew Perez. Alexandra Elizabeth Valencia. Gurman Preet Matu. Alexis Gutierrez. Adam Pina. Aiden Williams. Connor Adams. Kiera Tade. Chandrea Brown. Garrett Berna. Khalid Muhammad Al-Rashdi. Obaid Hamad Al-Nayadi. Humaid Erkatbi. Ali Mohammed Al-Nayadi. Victor Vargas Cuadras. Jose Gonzalez. David Powers. Saul Sanchez.
Yardley Ordonez.
Colin Jayberg. Nolan Harrison Jefferson Spencer. Laura Joanna Lopez. Yoalmo Peña Mahano. Andrea Reyes. Isaac Stephen Cortez. Chance Thomas Villavicencio. Mark Hudson. Scott Kevin Cuellar. Alejandro Jose Corona. Michael Allen Harris. Joshua David P.
Emily Heddleston. Jennifer Faith Peralta.
Jordan Beach.
Tammy Lucero.
Gavin Pittman.
Sabrina Pepple. Lindsay Aaron Hovey.
Seth Micah Henneveld.
Andrea Marie Torres. Erica Lynn Elderkin.
Devin Huddleston. Javier Canseco.
Christina Barbacci. Heather Lowe. Lisa Lee. Allison Murray.
Courtney Bowes. Dustin Horse. Brendan Christopher Hanlon. Patrick Pagnano. Dylan Matthew Levy Gant. Jake Esmond. Tyler Munstock. Nathaniel Bestie. Daniel Scott Marshall. Atli Shigeru Sakamoto. Brandon Itsuo Uinaka. Ryan Dangerfield. Alex Ola. Olivia Rose Yee. Dylan Lowe. Jacob Bernard Scoggins. Sean Bailey Rogers. Joseph L. Warren.
Ashley Moddard.
Isaiah Smith.
Lauren Nicole Jaramillo.
Falcon Hudson. Jonathan Olvera. Michael Briscoe. Griffin Hankins. Nico William Ivankovich. Ryan Scott Graham. Samuel Aaron Brossard. Cameron Logan Schiff. Chance McCreary. Tyler Huang.
Emily Santora.
Dominic Gerald Lavelle. Christian Parker, Emily Ruthann Jones, Jerry Spence, Elmer Peter Bacoisen, Carlo Robert Navoni, William Reyes, Jose Daniel Quintana, Jerry Christopher Robison, Colton Hansen, Wyatt Haddock, Carlos Francisco Rios Ortiz, Mitchell John Sack,
Miranda Camacho,
Chur Thor, Jonathan Mills, Martine Mejia, Jeffrey Ford, Taylor Letourneau,
Shaylin Nicole Tupman,
Raul Malfavon,
Kelsey Alexandra Bravos, Marissa Norquist,
Jorge Lopez Mendoza, Damijai Dejan Crump, Carlos Pedroso, Anthony Angel Garcia, Abriel DeHall, Brian Agoria, Ivan Alcantar, Eric Carreño,
Isaura Alondra Horta,
Anthony De Leon, Elias Gonzalez Magana Jr., Anthony Martinez, Edgar Daniel Salazar, Ernesto Lopez,
Victor Daniel Anguiano,
Kelly Mae Christensen, Isabella Manos,
Jenna Prieger,
Lauren Emilio, Taryn Baker, Haley Elizabeth West, Spencer Reese, Christine Victoria Wygum, Caitlin Elizabeth Vicari, Patricia Peyton Bronco, Kaylee Gonzalez, Lucero Itzel Malagon Martinez, Paz Martinez, Angelica Diaz Alvarez,
Shou Yi Yan, Kaylee Staubel, Kevin Michael Kahn,
Hannah O'Regan, Jade Harbedian,
Ulises Lara, Michael Rhett Spears. Alejandro Benitez. Alan Del Rosario. Ariana Deanda. Daniel Oliveira.
Lisbeth Arevalo Medina. Kaylee Indusil. Caitlin Sue Franklin. Kara Miller. Tara Mandanici. Diana Alejandra Perez Gonzalez. Jacqueline Crystal Fernandez. Brenna Hamasaki. Dahlia Montiel.
Abdullah Baran. Abdullah Ali. Nicholas Alexander Decool. Connor Hargan. Tyler Jeffrey Weaver. Blake Cardoza. Jake Benjamin Hibma. Jack Klaparich. Ryan Revelinsky.
Madeline Jane Anderson.
Jose Blancarte. Jonah Matthew McCoo.
Bradley Robert Svenningsson. Lauren Souza. Valeria Tolliver.
Justin Keith Price.
Kendall Jones. Victoria Kathleen Sanguinetti. Alexandra Whitcomb. Taylor Joe Fager.
Alexis Lauren Bell.
Luis Daniel Favela.
Nathaniel Crodeville. Rebecca Sue Thorne. Angel Eduardo Zamora Martinez. Jack Michael Anderson. Marisol Contreras.
Nicole Prusa.
Yusuf Gerfal. Oliver Lynch. Kyle Handy. Matthew Rosa. Charleston Alexander Granberry.
Jessica Lauer. Allison Beidel. Gabe Anthony Fuentes.
Keith Edward Gramco. James Montgomery Mather. Eric Willius Taylor. Dane Barland. Roque Antonio Martinez. Giovanni Paredes. Ashby Seldevar. Dallas Edward Abrams. Eduardo Gutierrez Carrillo. Urbano Romero. Haley Tortorich, Grayson Dosher, Michael Gregory Muldoon, Chris Robert Leach,
Sydney Corin Borman.
Garrett Douglas Ireland,
Macy Ann Grisenti, Melina Hawks,
Austin Pope,
Billy Rogers,
Ron Matthew Ball,
Maralisa Marie King, Myra Medrano Martinez, Sierra F. Richardson, Sophia Brooke Bambino, Savannah Lou Zimmerman, Sierra Dickerson, Riley Duff, Marissa DeStefani, Shauna Yuri,
Riley John Wilmot,
David Austin Field.
Anthony Mark Abutin,
Sarah Jane Roberts,
Nicholas Stephen Lopez, Mia Isabella Montalbano, Matthew Edward Missetz, Antonio Sandoval,
Yadira De Luna, Emily Shea Richards, Kayla Selena Sanchez, Summer Varecki, Ashley Green, Daniel Boitano,
Darren Bowler, David A. Lopez,
Anthony McKinney,
Gabby Agresta, Alondra Castillo, Kaylee Almond, Josie Barnard de Alvarez, Cheney Emmeline Cardoza Pont, Laura Schuster, Karen Marie Brooke,
Jose Miguel Vasquez,
Nicole Ritza, Isabella Darshan Nair, Ashley Odekirk, Abby Marie Elizabeth Chavez,
Eder Ayala, Nathan Tisdale, Carlos Cisco Magana Manzo, Blake William O'Connor, Gregory Thomas Reynolds, Madeline Eva Van Dyke Joseph,
Jessica Lynn Dunn, Adriana Rosa Saroni,
Kayla Marie Crawford, Sarai Barrera, Spencer Lachelles. Amintus Major. Austin Spang. Francisco Hernandez. Oscar Casares. Jesus Casares. Sean Sullivan. Carlos Lopez. Alejandro Melendez. Candice L. Collins.
Cyril Reynolin Illustrissimo Somera.
Diana Gonzalez. Anthony Patrick Riley. Riley Christopher Tobin. Haley Alexandra Tresh. Alexis McKenna Miller. Chris Scott Piazzoni. Jamie Alexis Chavez. Carlos Eduardo Palacios. Joseph McCam. Israel Ramos Romero. McKenna Haroldson Brisino. Lauren Rondine. Tanya Bonilla. Morgan Lane. Lainey Marie Wilson. Isabella Louise Bettner.
Anthony Montiel. Daniel Ortiz. Jocelyn Garcia.
Benjamin Joseph Hart.
Adia Munoz. Estefania Flores. Daisy Casas.
Gerardo Alvarez. Robert Zuniga. Joseph Michael Rivera. Sydney Catherine Dede. Brooke Engel. Kayla Thorne. Benjamin Dominic Zamuda. Brady Beretta Wood. Colton Davies. Devin Hedgelin. Miguel Rosales. Alberto Rosales. Sarah Diana Binti Mohammed Johari. Saori Ramirez. Ivan Anthony Castillo. Emilio Ruiz. Katrina Peterson.
Candace Renee Hubbard. Ryan Adam Espinosa.
Catherine Crichton.
Greg Christian Gutierrez.
Juan Ruiz. Marshall Ellis. Reese Culbertson. Hector Jose Ramirez.
Sean Palad Erend.
Katie Lynn Bishop. Eduardo Arnulfo Herrera. Jessica Tracy Crispim Oliveira. Caitlin Michelle McNulty. Haley Gibb. Stephen Youd. Josh Meadows.
Alejandra Marquez Olivares.
Claire Christensen.
Viridiana Noria Santiago. Monica Poudrier.
Molly Drinkwater. James Lander. Joseph Andrew Thayer. Tyler James Daldorf.
Samantha Ann Quilici.
Matthew William Smoots. Maxwell J. Montgomery. Connor Elias Phillips.
Jessica Bravo. Jeanette Vasquez Diaz. Michael Akers. Susan Moa.
Mitchell McFarland. Jason Brian Allen. Alexander M. Lopez.
Melanie Eileen Threhane. Jessica Malone Huff. Morgan Wheeler. Veronica Crystal Villa Hernandez.
Aaron Leggett. Mansi Dogra. Hiram Castillo. Margarita Hernandez Garcia. Atalo Paniagua.
Bailey Elizabeth Lee Hun.
Luis Andre Terran. Fabian Rodriguez. Andrew Huitron. Fatima Darwish. Fatima Alkabi. Sheikha Khalid Al Nasser. Fatima Saud Al Zayadi. Yerem Erkan Tetin. Daniel Omar Torres. Andres Sanchez. Tristan Paterno.
Tanner Gransala. Resminder Singh. Virginia Chavez. Keenan Jacob. Kyle John Shorby. Haley Lauren Williams. Ernesto Alvarez. Ismael Morales. Luis Alberto Escalante. Marisa Martino. Tyler Ketcher-Roside. Devin John Wallace. Andrew Sloan. William O'Neill. Cole Murdoch. Leonard Johannes Vanderspeck. Max Bowerly. Nathan Alexander Velasquez. Jimmy Witton. Jake Novak. Uriel Martinez. Eric Robert Demoni. Haley Ann Flores. William Francis Salady.
We are so close. We just need our graduates to make their way back to their seats because there's one more important piece we have to complete. Who said that? I'll hire you. You got it. Okay, in the meantime, while we're waiting, I want to really commend all of you for how wonderfully you were able to walk the stage and make sure you had a good photograph taken for yourself and for your families. Now, what I'd like you to do is make sure that your tassel is placed on the right side of your mortarboard, or your cap, or your construction hat. Okay. Now, we're getting close. In a normal year, when this part takes place, we would be jumping up and down, hugging each other, throwing our caps in the air. But during the pandemic, we really can't do that. It's important for us to rise together and remain socially distant. And then I'll say the words that you've worked so hard for. After that, the faculty marshals are going to lead you out of the stadium by row and into the world of graduates of the California State University Chico, graduates of the Wildcat family. So make sure you follow their instructions very closely. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Degree candidates, please rise. By the virtue of authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree appropriate to the course of study you have pursued, with all the attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions pertaining thereto. Graduates, you may now move your tassels to the left to signify this important moment. And let me close with this. To the fierce and extraordinary class of 2021, on behalf of the entire Chico State community, with joy for the moment and hope for the future, I offer each and every one of you a heartfelt and a hearty congratulations.
Graduates of the class of 2021, congratulations. Graduates, please attend your faculty marshals. They will give you instructions and lead you out of the stadium in an orderly fashion.